Hello and welcome to this late morning taste challenge. We have two Kentucky straight bourbon whiskeys, both sour mash bourbon whiskeys. This is Evan Williams. This is the green label, not listed on their website. Look up evanwilliams.com. They don't list it. It's funny, they give the website here, evanwilliams.com, but this is not listed on the website. Charcoal filtered, not chill filtered. Aged 3 years. Introduced in 1955. Now, I know the distillery has been around since 1783, but this brand, Evan Williams Bourbon, is 1959. That's when the trademark was acquired. They sold many other products. Okay, but it's a Heaven Hill brand today. Full-size bottle. This is a half size, but I bought two halves. $9.98. $9.98. But I got a better deal than that. Jethro T boots. Also sour mash, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Also no website listing. Jethro T boots, just like Evan Williams was a real person. It's a real man. Jethro Titus boots. Died in 1921. But anyway, all right. This was produced in Kentucky by the Sazerac Company for CVS Pharmacy. It says on the back, intended for sale at CVS Pharmacy. If found elsewhere, call this number. So nobody else should be selling it. You say, well, that's an ancient age bottle. That's a McAfee's Benchmark Old Number 8 bottle. Yes, that's right. Because it's from Buffalo Trace. That's who's making this, Buffalo Trace, under the Sazerac umbrella. Because, of course, Sazerac owns Buffalo Trace since what night? Excuse me, what, 1992? That should be enough. Make sure I got it in the right label. Done that wrong before. Needs more. No age statement for Jethro T boots, which is telling us what? It's aged at least 4 years. Now, ancient age is only aged 3 years. Benchmark is only aged 3 years. So here we get a private label, a CVS brand, for $8.99, but it's aged 4 years. Just goes to show you can get a little higher quality product for a lesser price, lower price. Ronnie S says, Puss in Boots. Yes, she's laying on a chair sleeping. It's daytime, actually, so she sleeps. Well, we can see it's daytime. The problem is at night, she wants to be all up and around, you see. You say, it's midnight, I'm trying to sleep. It's 1 a.m, I'm trying to sleep. It's 2 a.m, I'm trying to sleep. Not her. She go for a walk at 2 a.m. If you went, you say a walk. Cats don't go for a walk. This one does. She'll follow you around. Of course, her pattern is a little irregular. Like might go jump the fence and climb up a tree and then come back down and run. But she'll follow you. But only at night. She doesn't like to go walking during the daytime. Once it gets daylight, she don't want to go. She'll just sit in the driveway and watch you. And wait for you to come back. Okay. HC says cats are nocturnal. Seems to be, mostly, yeah. Yeah. And her friend Creamsicle showed up yesterday crying outside the window. I said, who is that? I hope it's not that irritating black cat with the white boots, Blackie. But no, I looked outside. I said, oh, it's Creamsicle. I said, what are you doing, Creamsicle? And he rolled on his back and came up and let me pet his face and rub his stomach and pet him and all. So he's very tame. He must be owned by somebody, He knows people. Orangey didn't know people. She was terrified of people. It took her 6 months to even let me touch her, But he looks like he's well fed. He's very clean, groomed. But I don't know where he comes from. And he wasn't hungry. I had food on the porch. He never came in there to eat it. He knows where the food is. He didn't touch it. So, but I think he just cried outside the window, so I would go pet him and give him attention. And he left. He was ready to leave. I said, well, go ahead. And I didn't see him the rest of the night. So he's just making his presence known. She gets so jealous if I pet him. One time I was in the backyard and I pet his face and she charged across the yard and hissed at him. She don't want me petting any other cat, you see. Do you watch the world? I watched a little of it. And I mean a little, but I check the scores every morning. It comes on a little too early, you know. If it was at night, I'd lay in the bed and watch it, but I'm doing stuff at 4 a.m, like eating breakfast, getting ready for dawn busters, stuff like that. And I don't like the way they flop all the time. And it's bad enough in the National Basketball Association, the NBA, not basketball, actually. You know, they just get barely touched and they fall down, hit the floor like they've been killed, you know, rolling all around just to get a penalty. Next thing you know, they're up and running around and with their leg, and they've torn all their muscles and they got to go to intensive care. And then once they see the yellow card, they have miraculously recovered. And they do it the whole game, and I can't stand it, you know. Senegal beat Ecuador. Qatar, you better go play a guitar because you lost. Wales and England. Oh, 2 rivals from the same country. Okay, from the same United Kingdom country. Must win for USA today at 2 o'clock. You're right. Soccer's not for me. Neither me, really. Against the evil empire of Iran. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. NBA turned into a cupcake sport. Yeah. I can barely stand to watch it. I could tolerate the replays in the morning. Like if the Pelicans play, I'll watch all the highlights and I'll look at the box score, see who scored the most points and all of that. And then I'll read the story. But to watch it, it's almost unbearable, you know. I can tolerate the NFL. I'll watch the whole Saints game Sunday. I watched the entire game. I mean, it's hard to take. I'm not saying it's quality to watch, but I watched it. College football is a little bit better. Oh, damn. I poured too much. Yeah, I was afraid I had poured too much. E-dub. I'm just going to keep drinking and drinking and drinking. Okay. Ronnie S. says, I like soccer during the World Cup. It's cool to watch with people from other countries. I can't argue with that. I'm not opposed to it. And in fact, I just explained the reasons I don't like it. Mostly I like baseball because you can't really flop. Like, you know, there's no penalty flags. So you can't get away with those hijinks so much. In the NFL, you can't really either because A, they're just going to ignore you, and B, if you just bump into somebody, it's not even a penalty unless it's, you know, you interfere with their ability to catch the pass. Well, I don't know. They're becoming a little bored with the roughing the passer. You know, sometimes it's usually justified the call, but sometimes it's ridiculous. Football is good, but the best of one playoffs makes for fluke Super Bowl winners. I know. I don't like playoffs. I've watched NBA. I haven't watched NBA since 2020 debacle. Just lost interest. Baseball is my favorite, though. Yeah, mine too. Mine too. Good morning, Ron. Checking in. Says Jeep and Foodie. Scruffy says my favorite sport is poker. I don't know if one should call that a sport. It's a game. All right. Okay. Now I said Jethro T. Boots was aged 4 years at least, and that's literally the truth. Now is it better? We're about to find out. Just because it's aged long don't mean it's better, you know. My recollection of Boots is that it's kind of bland. But for $8.99 a bottle, I can live with bland. I mean, if I was a bourbon drinker. I'm not really a liquor drinker at all. I only do taste challenges and reviews. I don't drink any other time. Never. Never. I don't do cocktails. I don't do mixed drinks. I never go anywhere and say, let's have some shots. I just don't do it. I'm sorry. I know I sound like a fuddy-duddy. Now, some people are going to say, but you do taste challenges 365 days a year, but you don't drink. No, I don't. I just do taste challenges. I mean, I'm not going to waste it. What do you want me to be wasteful? Don't you care about the ecology? You trying to destroy the planet? I'm not. Been my boss. Corn. Yeah, corn, boy. I guess I'm going to go to Walmart probably Thursday and buy a new monitor. Well, I got a lot of mileage out of this one, boy, I'll tell you. And then I'm going to buy a new computer, and then I'm going to buy a new webcam. People say webcam's only about 6 years late. I know. I bought a new webcam earlier this year. Damn thing wouldn't work. All right. This one smells a little more musty and funky. And I remember Jethro T boots being a little musty and funky. So I think on aroma it's a Jethro T boots, but I really don't know that. I hear sirens. We have so many wrecks around here. It's disgusting. Praying for people all day long with all these major highways here. And I notice the drivers here are baffled by a turning lane. They just can't figure it out. Not to mention a highway junction. Don't even say that. It's like wreck guaranteed. Oh, well, NBA during the Coco V was terrible. It picked, yeah. Yeah, probably right, HC. I'd watch again, but I just don't bother, I guess. Right now, I-10, right now it's 1-0 Senegal over Ecuador. Oh, it's not a final. I thought it was a final. Heck, get a gaming computer. Yeah, a gaming computer, haha. Oh, I don't suppose I'll do that because I never play video games, but I do need an adequate one. I mean, I'm just trying to squeeze all the life out of this one. Michael Komarov said, mine's 11 years old. He said, that's why mine fails a lot. I said, okay. You and I think alike. Sweet corn. It's just basic. I mean, you like sweet corn? I like sweet corn. I wouldn't want to eat it every day, but I eat it quite often. Yeah, it's fine. Tastes like Evan Williams, tell you the truth. This one tastes like Ancient Age, but with less flavor. It's just a little denuded. Let's use that term. Denuded in flavor. Are the flavors bad? Well, no. A little paper, though. Are they using their finest grains, their best whiskeys, and all of this? Well, what do you think they're doing to get an $8.99 whiskey, bourbon whiskey? You know as well as I do, they're using the absolute cheapest stuff they can get for this. It's not going to be like to the Buffalo Trace level, and that's a kind of an inexpensive bourbon. I see that everywhere around here. It's certainly not going to be up to the Eagle Rare level. I know where to find that too. I got a secret. But all right. And it's definitely not going to be a Pappy Van Winkle. Well, why are we even mentioning Pappy Van Winkle? You can't find it anywhere. I don't even know why. They just ought to discontinue it. Stop making it. People got to jump through hoops to get it and all. It's supposed to be so great. It's only $300 or $400 a bottle. It's the best. Get on the waiting list. In 12 years, we might call you. Okay. I saw that Middleton special Irish whiskey for 2022, $199. I was tempted to buy it, but I just don't do it, because I say, oh man, I could be buying so many other less expensive products, and a bunch of them, People say live a little. I have lived a little, and I bought some expensive whiskeys. They were good, and they were great, but they weren't like that great to my amateur perception. Okay, they weren't $250 $42 great, like Johnny Walker Blue was supposed to be great, but it was just most excellent. If I'm paying $242 after tax, it better be world class, and it wasn't. Okay, I'm gonna say this is Evan Williams. Holy smokes. Got another one wrong. That's the Jethro T boots, and it tasted better. Well, heck. Evan Williams, you're starting to get on my nerves. You might say that's why they don't put it on the website, because it's not gonna win. Well, it's winning half the time, but I can't even tell it apart half the time. So you're a weird one. Okay, yeah, it's confounding. Okay, the only liquor I'll splurge on is Patron. Oh yeah, I'd like to try that. I guess I will one day. CAX says, speaking of wine, wow. Speaking of wine, white wine is fantastic. I like white wine, but I like every kind of wine. Ronnie, yes, yeah, but the problem with that is cheap, and red wine is a bad headache. Sparkling white wine is fantastic. I never get a headache from any wines. Oh, they're all going back and forth about Patron and being overhyped and everything. Tommy Carroll says, cheers, Louisiana liquor reviews. Cheers to you, Tommy. Have I tried a lot of tequilas? No, I haven't. Have I tried one I didn't like yet? No. Every single tequila I've tried, I've loved. Every one of them. Every one. The Avion, well, I only tried a little sample at the liquor store. But all of them, they were like perfect. And if I gave you the brands I've tried, you'd laugh. But I wouldn't care if you laughed, because I liked them. And if I like them, that's what counts, because I'm the one drinking it. Have I liked every bourbon I've tried? Well, basically, but that Redemption High Rye was so bland. I was taking a walk earlier. I said they ought to call it Redemption High Blandness. And then it says age 1 year. I said 1 year for that price? Oh, what a ripoff. Well, it just goes to show you. Oh, that's sugary. Oh, that's like sugar water. Just goes to show you. You don't know until you do a blind taste test. And when you do a blind taste test, you still might not know. Like, example today. Well, heck. Well, Jethro T Boots, you are a mystery product. I like that. I love how Sazerac bottles, they chime. They're like little chimes. $8.99, would I recommend it? Heck yeah, I'd recommend it. If you have the right perspective, if you have good sense, I'd recommend it. Well, Evan Williams, only thing you tasted like was sweet popcorn. You might say, oh, I like the sweet popcorn. I like the sweet ones better than the salty. Well, then you might like this. I'm not going to say I hate it, because I don't hate it. But I ain't exactly loving it. Should I go back and buy some more of the Black Label? Oh, I guess I will. The Bottle and Bond was the winner, though. That's the real winner. Oh, yes, that is the real winner. And I know where to find it for $12.99. I don't know about the other ones. I don't know about the 1783. I don't know about the small batch. I'm sure they're very nice. Well, guess what's coming up next, y'all? And I know this is going to win. I have no doubt, even though it's only aged 3 years. But Evan Williams is only aged 3 years. It's going to kill Evan Williams. That's my prediction. That's my predicament. My prediction is that Stedman Select is going to decimate Evan Williams, annihilate it, obliterate it, and otherwise just kick its butt. Because Stedman Select is so cheap, so very cheap, but it comes in a glass bottle, not plastic. It's a big glass bottle. Secondly, I can find it at Total Wine and Walmart. Thirdly, I can get it for like $19.50 for a handle. You heard me right. Not a bottle, a handle, the big, huge jug bottle. It's 86 proof, not 80 proof. And it's sour mash, and it is a real winner. My friend David insisted that I give him a 375 bottle of it, which I did. And then he said he's going to send me some bourbon back as a trade, which I might mention I never did get that back. I always remember, see me, I'm funny like that. I remember everything. He said that's a disadvantage because you remember everything that ever happens. That's true. But I think it's an advantage because when people tell me stuff, I remember it, and I'll tell them years later, yeah, but don't you remember you said such and such? And they're like, no, I don't remember. I'm like, yeah, well, here it is. Look, September 17th, 2016, you said, oh, yeah, well, what? All right. Well, hey, you know what? No one forced me to buy Evan Williams. I bought it on my own volition. I paid the $9.98 plus tax. It was my choice. It was like $10.98 after tax. $10.96. I can't remember. I have the receipt. I chose this. I did this. This is on me. Oh, well. We got a few more to finish out with. We got to do Bellows. I think Bellows will beat it. It's 4 years old. I know it's age 4 years. We got oh well, there's no use worrying about them. You'll see them when they come up. If anybody wants to see what I bought this morning, let me know. If not, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna make like a tree and get out of here. I don't know about that. I got a Montezuma recently and it was yuck. Oh yeah? I like Montezuma, but maybe I had bad taste. Angela Ziccarelli says, good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Jim Beam. Yeah, I already did the Jim Beam thing and I got them mixed up. Well, no. Yes and no. No on the regular Jim Beam. Yes on the Prohibition repeal. Hey, Ronald, how you doing, bud? Hey, Jordy. Jordy's watching from Scotland. See, I get people from Russia, Scotland, all over the world. Jeep and Foodie says, show it. Okay, Caleb. I'll show y'all what I got. Show me what you got. What you really, really got. This rug will be straight. Okay, here we go. I'm coming. All right, I'm coming up. So you better get this party started. All right. This is Bullet or Bullet, however it's pronounced. I never had Bullet in my life, and I bought it today, and I did not get it on sale. I did not get a special deal. You know me, the deal master. Ronald the Beer Deal Master. Appreciate you. Distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Bottled by the Bullet Distilling Company, Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, by gosh, by golly. This is made by Midwest Grain Products in Indiana. It's a contract brew liquor for Bullet. Hey, but that's cool because Lawrenceburg, they're really experts at making rye whiskey. So it was $23.95. Heck. Washington, D.C. here, says HC. Jordy's Den says, I thought you were going to do some dance moves there. I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to insult all the other dancers by dominating their abilities. Oh, I've wanted to try that one. Oh, the Bullet rye. Nice, bud. Thank you. So $23.95. It's 90 proof. There is it says superior. Yeah. 95% rye. That's good. No age statement. Well. How do you like that? Well, let me say maybe it does have an age statement because there's all kind of writing on this cap. But I don't think it's an age statement, folks. but I'm going to do some research before I review it. You know that as well as I do. You know I'm going to research, but I got a Canadian one. I got a Canadian, same price, to a dollar more, because I got a $10 discount. But I got Alberta rye, Alberta, from Alberta, Canada. That was the daughter of Queen Victoria, Alberta. She was the daughter of Princess Alberta. And let me tell you, it's 100% rye, 100% rye. So that's going to be very exciting in a few months. That's 1.75 bottle. It looks just like a liter. No, it's just a 750. It's just a regular bottle. No, it's just a regular size bottle. I didn't want to get any kind of huge bottle, y'all. I got too many big bottles. Too many BBs. Oh, okay. All right. Well, y'all, thanks for watching. I'm sorry I got it wrong, but I'm assuming that Thursday, Thursday, I'm going to get it right. Cheers back to you, Craig. Cheers back to you. Okay. Well, thanks, everybody. Y'all take care now. Have a good Tuesday. Well, what's left of it? Well, there's a lot left of it at this point, live video. All right. Thanks.